welcome back to our podcast, Books Don't Review Themselves. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kim.
And today we are going to be talking about Millennial movie review. Today's movie is Identity. It looks like it came out in 2003, and it is considered a slasher/thriller. So I'm just going to read the synopsis really quick. It says, when a vicious storm breaks out in the Nevada desert, 10 people seek refuge in an isolated motel. At the same time, a serial killer, under the care of psychiatrist Dr. Malik, who has just found the killer's revealing journal, awaits execution for murdering a group of motel guests. When the storm-stranded travelers realize they are being killed off one by one, limo driver Ed Dakota bids to stay alive and reveal the murderer's identity.
So who are some of the other characters besides John Cusack in this lovely movie?
So John Cusack played Ed. We have Amanda Peet, who played Paris. Ray Liotta played Rhodes, which was the cop. Mm-hmm. We had Jake Busey, who played one of the
convicts.
Yeah, the convicts.
Mm-hmm. We decided to watch this one. My friend Jenny, she had recommended it. She really likes it, so we're like, yeah, we'll give it a chance. I don't know what I was doing in 2003 to have missed this movie because I love John Cusack and I love this type of movie. So I was happy she suggested it for us. This movie is over 15 years old. Mm-hmm. So if I would have watched it 15 years ago, I would have been like completely wowed by it. It would have been like the same type of ending as Primal Fear. Not quite as awesome as Primal Fear, but I think it would have been up there. But since more than 15 years have passed, it's still a good movie, but I'm more jaded than I was. So, and I think also because I've just read a lot of thrillers and mysteries and suspense and watched a lot of it, that some of the tropes in this movie and some of the things that happened, they were easier to see coming than if I had watched it 15 years ago. So I really still liked it, but there is that factor in with it.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I'm probably at like a 3-4. Mm-hmm. For the movie itself. You know, I'm just going to say that there's probably going to be spoilers.
It's so old if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah, it's from 2003, so I guess get over it.
Yeah.
So I really liked the psychology aspect of it. I really liked how they incorporated the multiple personality in this movie. Mm-hmm. If this movie were to be remade, I don't think that the whole dynamic between like the doctor and the patient would need to be different. What I would like to see maybe more new and improved would be the scene, basically the scenes that happen at the motel. Kind of like you said, you know, we started watching this movie and in the beginning, it's like this doctor talking to the patient. He was like, so tell me about your mother. Mm-hmm. And I instantly just like looked at my husband and I was like, she's a whore. Exactly. And that's literally what
the next sentence was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so he thought I had seen the movie. You know, there were just things that it was like watching the Ray Liotta's character. He was a correctional officer transporting someone on death row. And I'm like, something about him
is hanky.
He's mm-hmm. not a cop. Mm-hmm. He is not a cop. Mm-hmm. And then with the whole limo driver, it was like, okay, something's hanky. Mm-hmm. He has some sort of background as being a cop. Mm-hmm. The other thing is there's an actress that the limo driver is.
The first one that dies.
Yes, the first one that dies. She was so freaking annoying.
Yeah.
And I was like, good. Thank God we got her out of the way early on. Because if I had to watch the whole movie with her, and I get it, it's her character, whatever. Yeah. And then there was like a couple things too that I like picked up on was in the beginning, you see almost like a manila folder with their like medical history, and you see a picture of this bald guy.
Yeah.
Then you fast forward to the motel scenes, and the inmate is not the same person. So I'm like, okay,
that's kind of weird.
It unfolds, but would I say that a lot? Like there was some of it that was like surprising, but most of it wasn't like rock my socks surprising.
No, if you pay a little bit of attention. And if you like this genre, you're going to get it pretty quickly.
Right. I was going to say, so basically the kid, like I did not see that coming because the big thing with that was I was like, how? Mm-hmm. Like how would this kid
be doing this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I saw the kid, and it's just because I think children are evil. I mean, not really, but kind of, sort of, when it comes to horror movies and stuff like that. And as soon as I saw the kid, I'm like, he's the freaking killer. And then later on, like, it's cemented. And I mean, he is, but he isn't, but he is. And later on, he goes into his mom's room, and all, like, 5 other people are in the other room. And I said to Spiros, I'm like, he's going to freaking smother her, you know? And then she winds up dead. And I'm like, there you go. But there's more to it than just that.
Yeah, or like the person that was running the motel. At one point, he puts like a picture that's in a frame in a drawer and shuts the drawer. And I'm like, look at my husband, and I'm like, I bet you he's not even the real owner. I bet you he killed the owner.
And then as soon as they have Busey tied up, and Busey wakes up from being hit over the head with it bad, and he starts saying something about the freezer behind him, and the motel owner starts getting squirrely and telling him to shut up. And at that point, I'm like, they're for sure dead, and their bodies are in the freezer.
Right.
Which, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think the biggest takeaway is that, again, this movie is 15 years old. There's, like, I mean, it would be like watching a movie that had, like, you know, gay sex in it. Back then.
Be like, what?
Yeah, that would be, like, unheard of. Now.
Like, whatever.
You know.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's a whole different culture now.
But I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. You know, we're going to be talking about Primal Fear. I would say I enjoyed that more. But yeah, I did still enjoy this. I would like to maybe see like a remake.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see a remake. And they could still have like John Cusack in it.
Oh yeah, they could. It'd be kind of funny.
It'd be awesome, I think. I give this one a 3 to 4, like you said. I think if I was watching it with Jenny, I think I would have gave it more of a 4, because I just think the interaction between the two of us would have been, more enjoyable. I'd still say, watch it if you haven't, and if you definitely like this genre. And if you love John Cusack or, any of the other people in it, it's definitely worth a watch.
And I do have to say that Ray Liotta, like, something about him, he can't play a good guy in my mind. Like, he just can't. He, he looks like a mobster, like...
I just love I love his acting.
He can't in my mind. Like, every time I see him in anything, it's
he's gonna be a bad guy.
I'm like, he's gotta be a bad guy. He can't. There's no way.
Or, and always like a cop. It's like, what?
Yeah.
But he plays it very well. So
right.
That works.
Yeah. So again, probably like 3 or 4 for both of us. We would recommend it. Just keep in mind that it is 15 years old. So like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you think. Give us suggestions. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.